Hey everybody, it's Brooke with the Buttered Home and welcome to my messy kitchen. Y'all, today we have a very special recipe to share with you today. If you're like me and you love sweet treats but you're trying to find a way to kind of cut down on some of that refined sugar, then this is the way to do it. We have some really neat healthy swaps that help lower your carb count and still get your oatmeal cookie fix at the same time. So we're really excited to share this one with you, so let's get started. Okay, to a large bowl, I have 1 1/2 cups of quick cooking oats, and then I have 1 cup of almond flour. So I'm just gonna toss those and mix those up together. And the almond flour, it helps too in this recipe. It binds just like regular flour, but it is a good, healthier alternative to using white flour. Now to that, we are gonna add about 3/4 of a teaspoon of ground cinnamon. So oatmeal cookies traditionally have that cinnamon flavor, but this is optional. You don't have to have that in there. And then we just kind of toss that about and mix it up. Then we're going to put in about 1/4 teaspoon of salt and about 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. That'll help these guys kind of puff up a little bit. And then we're going to mix that up. Now, there are other sugar replacements that you can get. I love using Swerve, it's cup for cup, but I also like using bananas in a lot of my baking too, because it adds just sort of a different creaminess to whatever you're baking. And still you have like a low glycemic sugar that you're adding in by using the fruit substitution. So when you're baking, mashed ripe bananas are a great alternative. So we are going to add in our mashed bananas to our dry mixture. Then we're going to add in 1/4 cup of melted butter, and that also is a binder, and we like using unsalted butter whenever we're baking. Then 2 whole eggs, lightly beaten. And about a teaspoon of vanilla, just to warm things up. Now I'm gonna quickly mix all that up. And you'll see it's kind of a wet batter. But this gives you a chance to kind of mash those bananas in a little bit more. All right, it's pretty goopy, pretty sticky, but remember, these are cookies, so a lot of times whenever we make cookies and brownies, they are a little wet. But here is a couple of tricks that you can do to add a little more low glycemic sweetness and soak up some of that wet. We can add in about 1/2 cup of unsweetened coconut. Now trust me, if you're not a coconut fan, it's fine. These will cook into the cookie and not really stand out. With just adding 1/2 cup, and I don't think I added a whole 1/2 cup, so we're gonna put that in. It helps kind of wick some of the moisture, but doesn't add a coconut flavor. But it does add just a tad bit more sweetness. Now, one of the things that we like in our oatmeal cookies is just a hint of either like a chocolate chip or butterscotch. To me, butterscotch kind of goes undetected in here, but you get just that short little burst of something extra special in the cookie. You can also use raisins here if you're a fan of raisins. But we like these low sugar Lily's bacon chips. So we add those in, and we're using butterscotch today. Like most of our recipes, this is just a good place to get you started, y'all. The base of the recipe is the base of the recipe. It can become whatever you make it. So that's what we want you to do. We want to get you cooking, and we want to get you thinking about this. These are just a few healthier alternatives. So now I have a cookie sheet that I've lined with a bacon mat. You can use parchment paper if you would like. And I'm just going to use my spoon. And I'm just going to measure out, you know, about a 1-inch or so cookie. And they don't have to be perfect. In fact, I think cookies, the less perfect they are, really the better. But I do some large and some small. But you at least want that 1-inch cookie size. And if you're not using a lined pan of any kind, you don't want to grease your pan. There is enough moisture in this cookie recipe that you don't need anything. You might lightly spray it if you feel led to make sure they don't burn, but it's really not necessary. What I like about these cookies is they're not full of regular flour, so they don't puff up a lot. What you see kind of on your size is what you tend to get. So we're going to do about a dozen on our pan. This recipe makes, if you're conservative, like I'm not being, if you're conservative, this can make 24 to 36 cookies. I'm probably only going to get around 24 because I'm making them pretty large, because we're going to give these to Whit when he gets here. And he can have big cookies, whatever he wants. All right, so these will go into a 350 degree oven from anywhere from 14 to 17 minutes. Just keep an eye on them, see how you like them, and we're gonna make up the other pan and pop them in the oven, and then we'll be back to show you the finished product, so stay with us. Okay, everybody, we're back. We have finished about a 17-minute cook time on our beautiful sugar-free butterscotch oatmeal cookies, and I'm just going to pop one open and show you. They're very moist, so you could stand to up your cook time just a bit if you like a crunchy cookie, but we like a good moist cookie. And they're perfect. So they cook up beautifully. That butterscotch is whole in there just like it would be in a regular cookie. Woo! Let me chew it up. And y'all, they're perfect. They're the most delicious alternative to a oatmeal cookie that you don't use any refined sugar in. So they're a real treat. I could stand here and eat probably all of these. I don't need to, but I could. So if you're looking for, like we've done all year, and you're looking for those comfort favorites, but you really have to kind of watch what you're doing and limit your refined sugar. Things like mashed bananas and almond flour, those substitutes, simple substitutions, can get you where you need to be. So don't discount them, because even if you don't need it, at the holidays, some of your folks may. So it's always nice to have something included for those people who are watching their sugar or their carb intake as a whole. So this recipe can be found over at thebutteredhome.com. Just like all of our others, you can print it and have it and make it your own for absolutely free. Also, if you're not already, make sure you're following us on all of our social channels. We would love to have you with us. We have a lot of fun and we want you there for it. And as always, if you want all of our videos in one convenient place, my timer's going off for the other batch of cookies. Alexa, stop. If you want all of our videos in one convenient place, just head on over to YouTube and search for The Buttered Home. And once you find us, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can be notified when we drop new videos like this one. Y'all, these are great. And I hope you try them and love them just as much as we do. So from the buttered home to your home, we sure love y'all. Bye.